So I'm Tabitha. I work as a financial planner and director at Insight Wealth Planning in Newcastle. We're a small business with a lovely group of clients. We service fee-for-service clients in the Newcastle Central Coast sort of area. We've got about 2,500 clients across the 5 advisors that we have. Initially, we engage with aged care steps after doing a quickie introduction with Louise Biddy at a licensee provided information day. And it seemed interesting. I dabbled in aged care over a number of years prior to this role, and there's been a lot of change in the industry in that time. When we subscribed to aged care steps, I first dabbled in some of the calculators just to get a sense of what they do, and then expanded on that by, in fact, sending them on some specific advice documents and getting their help with the paraplanning service to, map out a few different strategies for clients in one concise, easy to use document. And I found that process was really great because whilst I felt like I had my L plates on, having the support of, these technical experts in the aged care area meant that they could sort of, push me a little bit in the right direction with other things to think about that weren't first front of mind for me. So I found that really reassuring to have that extra support. Their service, I found, was quite affordable for the complexity of the advice that was being put into the report, and I was then able to easily adapt it into our advice document and incorporate it with the other advice that I was providing as well, like investment advice. So it was definitely a succinct, easy to use document that I could integrate easily. So as the only aged care specialist in our business, the inquiries were increasing, and it came a time when I needed to undertake the actual course accreditation, formally, when we were starting to get more and more inquiries about it. And so I did the intensive format course, and I found that over those few days, it gave me an excellent, well-rounded, view of all things aged care. And then subsequently being able to, see clients. I'm seeing probably 3 cases a month at the moment that are aged care related. Not all of those progress to advice. Sometimes it's a very early inquiry where a client or power of attorney might be just exploring the options that might be upcoming for them. But it's given me the language cues, the toolkit with calculators, and the support to then follow it all the way through to advice without feeling as though I need to have, a power planner in-house that has that specialist knowledge. The online toolkit is really easy to navigate with calculators and client-friendly materials. I also find that when I am going through the process of engaging with a client, early on, I found it really hard to price what my work was going to be worth. And what I found with the aged care steps team, they've got an excellent fee estimator tool that supported me to really understand the effort and the time involved in each increment of the work with aged care so that I can price my work accordingly. So there's a really great framework to use there for that purpose as well. Continue to appreciate the support through aged care steps. I think that trying to navigate this world when it's changing so much is really difficult because this is only one aspect of what we do as advisors, and it's a very complex area, but it's allowed me to really focus on the relationship element of the conversation with the client and not get stuck in necessarily the manual processing of, individual components of the aged care fees, that I've got as many efficiencies as I can in using that. So it's been a massive support for us. It's worth the investment. No hesitation in recommending aged care steps. I think that they're award-winning for a reason. They've been an excellent conduit for me in our business to be able to be great at this work. And I think that the availability of, their team and being available to, support those complex questions that come up is so important when you are in that learning stage. So they're a great resource to rely on.
You've just heard from a really happy client of one of our Evolve Alliance provider members. If you'd like access to some great tools, services, ideas and resources to help you improve your advice business, go to evolvealliance.com.au and join the Alliance.